Are you an Illinois teacher nearing retirement? Maybe you're in your final year? Well, there are some things you need to be aware of that could cost you, or if done correctly, they could save you thousands of dollars. Let me tell you more. Hi, my name is Dave Grant. I am a certified financial planner and founder of Finance for Teachers. And today we're going to cover 5 things to do if you're in the final year leading up to retirement. Take a look. So the first thing to do is to take a look at your additional service credit that you may have earned through a number of different methods, and we'll go through what they are, and to find out how much it could lead to an increase in service credit within the TRS system. So what's the optional service credit? That could be out-of-state teaching, that could be substitute teaching, pregnancy leave, military service, and some other things too. There's quite a list. And you're going to go to TRS and say, I've got these things, I need to know A, if I can convert it, and B, if it would be financially worthwhile to do so. So how do you understand if it's financially worthwhile? Well, there's going to be a cost associated with converting this optional service credit over. Now the cost is going to be, let's say that you did some substitute teaching 5 years ago and you wanted to convert that half year into service credit today. They're going to take a look at when you earned that and how much it would have cost should you have been in the TRS system to earn that amount of credit 5 years ago. They're then going to take that service credit, tax 6% of interest on that, all the way up into current day, and say, okay, based on how much you earned with the 6% interest, here's how much it's going to cost you to convert. Now you'll notice I use an example of 5 years ago. If you're near retirement, that's probably not going to have happened. It may have happened 25 years ago, 30 years ago. Now chances are, if you've had service from that far back, and you add that 6% interest, it may be a lot of money to convert that service credit over. You may not be able to earn that money back through your increased pension for a long period of time. It may not be financially worthwhile to convert that credit. Now the second thing that you're going to do in that year before retirement is look at your pension and understand if all of it is being factored with the 2.2 factor. Now, a lot of people say, have you done your 2.2 conversion? For teachers who aren't in the Illinois TRS program, it doesn't mean much, but for TRS teachers, it means a lot. Now, what you need to look at, your magic year is 1998. All the years prior to 1998 had the pension calculated with a lower factor. So it was less valuable earning your pension in the years before 1998. All the years after 1998, they got calculated with the 2.2 factor, and it now means more dollar values for you as a teacher. You are able to convert those earlier years up to the 2.2 factor, so your pension is worth more when you retire. So your third thing to do when you are getting into that final year and looking at retirement is to understand your health insurance situation. Now you do pay, all the way through your career, you actually pay into the program called TRIP. And that is the Retired Insurance Program for Teachers. And that subsidizes the premiums when you get into retirement. But is that healthcare the best option for you? Let me take you through some numbers. So in 2014, a teacher under the age of 65, which means they're not eligible for Medicare yet, they have to pay $203 a month for an HMO policy. Or you can pay $478 for a PPO. Now that's over $5,700 per year for medical insurance, just for one person. Now the average teacher's pension being in the low $40,000, that's a substantial amount of money. Now for teachers needing or wanting to add a dependent under the age of 65, it's going to cost an additional $810 a month for an HMO, or it's going to cost $957 a month for a PPO. That's almost $17,000 a year just for health insurance. Now, if that's too much, you may want to research additional job opportunities that give you health insurance until you're eligible for Medicare. Or you may want to go into the open marketplace through Obamacare and look to see what other plans are available and see what the premiums are. Don't just look at the premiums, do look at the coverage as well, see if it is in line with what you need and compare it to TRIP as well. Your fourth step in that final year. Here's where you get to start to dream. What's retirement going to look like for you? I hate the word retirement. It has negative connotations to it. It means that people just stop and they just exist. I want you to look at it as this is your next phase. This is where you get to do some fun things that you've been dreaming of. You can travel, you can start a new business, you can see family a lot more. Anything you want to, start dreaming about it. But start understanding what it's going to cost. So if you haven't done it already, plan what retirement might look like. Understand what you need in terms of income, but also in terms of time. If you're planning to work, maybe now is the time to start looking for jobs. Start seeing what's out there, see what it's going to pay, see what benefits are available, and see if that's going to be worthwhile pursuing. Now, if you want to travel, start off the next phase with a big bang. Take one of those trips on your bucket list and go do it. All right, now the final thing to do in your fifth year, and this almost goes without saying, talk to TRS. Make sure that you are in communication with them throughout the year. Get pension estimates so you know what money you're going to be working with. Understand if you're going to be eligible for refunds from 2.2 upgrades or early retirement option, and you may get some money back. Understand where that money is going to go. Do you want them to cut a check to you, which is going to be taxable, or do you want it rolled to your 403(b) or an IRA? Start understanding all these things that are going to happen so you don't make reactive decisions when you get to that retirement date. Don't assume that your district will take care of things. They won't. It's not their job. It's your job to be on the same page with TRS and making sure that everything happens so that you have a clean sailing path all the way through from teaching into the next stage. If anything we've talked about raised any questions today, please drop me a line. I'd be happy to take you through it. I take a lot of teachers through this retirement stage because it's really one of the most important things to do. My name's Dave Grant. I am a certified financial planner, founder of Finance for Teachers. Thanks for stopping by.